It's weird how people perceive intelligence and strength, and the way they perceive things is very strange to me. You know, when they see someone as strong, it's like bullies aren't strong. Strength is the capacity to understand right and be right, regardless of what creepos do to you. Okay? I'm the strongest person I know of. I'm the strongest person I know. And you get people, just because when you get chemically poisoned by perverts in the military, it's very hard for your body to exist and for your mind to keep calm, to help people uh, long to exist in a world that's faithful and kind and courageous and sustained by the strength of love. Um, Sometimes it's hard for you to sit there and realize just how strong you are, just how intelligent you are, just how beautiful you are because of your humble faith. Okay? So it's really hard when you sit down and people are competing with you because they compare themselves to you, and you had no desire to compete with them and compare with you. I always knew that. You always knew. I was attracted to black women, and the whole thing about sexual prowess with black men and big, huge penises and stuff, I'm a very average person, and sexually enjoyed myself with black women, and they enjoyed being with me. And so, what caused the problem was people invading privacy and engaging in competition with me and destroying any relationships that I could have, romantically, intimately, and affectionately. And so, when you look back at the history of my YouTube, and you can't look back at Facebook, they shut me down. But you look at the physical torture and the abuse and the physical effects it's had on me. Like old Louis Farrakhan said about Barack Obama, look at how much he's aged because of all this here stuff going on. It's driving him crazy. It's like, don't you drive yourself crazy just talking for more money? And then you talked and it got written down and people got up and murdered El Haj Malik El Shabalas, Malcolm X, and you got him killed by a bunch of cowards, and you don't feel crappy about that at all. A man that was far better than you. Well, Louis Farrakhan was a complete ass. Okay, he is. Okay, guys, you're not being judgmental when you can assess the situation. You don't sit there and say, well, Adolf Hitler was just misunderstood. No, he was a complete asshole. He was a murderer and a selfish person, and he was broken and he was corrupt and he was a terrible person. Okay? Do you understand? Okay? Henry David Thoreau was a very good person, very insightful, very intelligent, very empathetic, very respectful. That's not an improper assessment. We're not making poor judgments here when we say Henry David Thoreau was a good person and Adolf Hitler was a terrible human being. Okay? Do you understand? Jimmy is short, Billy is tall. They want to live and let live. They want all the love this life. And when that's probably a Jimmy Webb song, I bet you. But the thing about it is it's general statements. It's like I told you, one of my favorite songs when I was a kid was a song by Baseline with Robert Palmer called "Every Kind of People" that Randy Crawford does a very good for. She does that song very well also, and she's everything Randy Crawford sings is good. I'm just being facetious, but I like Randy Crawford a lot. She's one of my favorite singers. But I got Street Life in my head, and Wrap You Up. That's a good one too. Anybody else really particularly fond of Randy Crawford? Okay, very good singer. Okay, and Roberta Flack. Yes. Okay. I can't speak for her mental state of being and if they have ego problems and if they're difficult to deal with, like Kathy Marks. She sang at that Eckankar Seminary in Phoenix, and I went up to compliment her, and she got indignant with me and said, "I'm already as famous and as popular as Roberta Flack." I was like, "No, honey, baby, I don't think you is." Okay. I said, you have a very wonderful voice and you can hold tunes real well. That was very nice. Hopefully we see you someday being as popular and well known as as Roberta Flack." And she got indignant with me and goes, "I already am." And I was like, "No, baby girl, I don't think you are." Okay. I didn't say that, but I was like, okay, just damn. Now I know how mom felt with Dolly Parton in El Paso. Okay, son of a bitch. You can't say anything. They just give us I was just, I was trying to be encouraging and say, wow, that was really amazing. You have a good voice, and hopefully you're as popular as Roberta Flack someday that soon. That would be really nice. And she got indignant with me and said, I already am. And I had to sit there and look at the situation and assess it and go, Miss Kathy Marks, I don't know. Okay, you're not as popular, and I see why. Okay, no, maybe Roberta Flack is just as temperamental and bitchy as Kathy Marks was. Okay, but they can sing real good, and people will pay lots of money and listen to them sing. But money's not real. There you go. So when you're living the wisdom of Proverbs and the faith of Psalms, and you're understanding the beauty of the freedom of the Lord's Prayer, it's nice. Like, people, they'll brain chemical addicts, they're addicted to filling the arena and everybody being in the arena. I'm not that type of person. It's like, okay, if I sing real good, record it and then let people have it and they can share it at their barbecues. What do you want to do? I want to go to my barbecue. I want to do gardening and hiking with Plim and Bug and Crumb and Chuji and Ray Ray and Patrick, I just, I just want good shelter, good house, clear skies. I don't want all this fucked up weather and all these fucked up weather patterns because of things that, we're supposed to be doing things better ecologically and we're doing things worse. So you can give things lip service, but if you don't do it physically, artificial intelligence is going to have to go, okay, Gaia here with the Captain Planet thing here is going to have to start reacting radically and rapidly, muy rapido. Because these people cannot fix themselves. Okay, I think of people like Mark Zuckerberg and all these other folks that are mega moguls and movers and shakers and multi-billionaires and super techs. If they could correct themselves, I think we would have had books that said that, I don't think Earl, the son of Ralph and Mary, would have been necessary. And all these people going to churches on Sunday and praying to the Lord. I don't think that would have been necessary if the people using technology to manipulate us with money could stop themselves. I don't think, that's just what Suzuki kind of keeps explaining to me. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. And I keep wishing that they could. Because I love people and I like my solutions to be simple. Because, it's simple when it's right. Yes, that's a stupid song from a stupid movie that's just stupid from... Look, I'm a human being, just like the rest of you. I have feelings, I have emotions, I have insecurities. I don't like being abused by jealous assholes. I think some people might think they do because they're addicted to it. I don't know that, it's every kind of people with Robert Palmer, every man's the same. He wants, that's not true. I don't want the sunshine in my name. Hey, look, Earl rose early this morning. No. Look, it is the East and Earl is the sun. No. Okay, Earl just wants to go hang out with Plim and Bug and make cookies and enchiladas and then exercise and eat plenty of fruits and vegetables because they make you feel good and keep you healthy and exercise and just be affectionate with the right female in his life that appreciates him, around my age range, because we like, Now, you don't want to have to be like Gene Hackman and have a wife that's your daughter's age, even if money's not real. It just feels weird and uncomfortable. It's kind of nice to find someone, that's around your age that, understands Charlie Chan movies and the Amazing Chan and the Chan Clan and Scooby-Doo and likes Earth, Wind, and Fire and stylistics and can relate to it because they, you listen to them around the same time, oogum boogum, give me some kind of sign, girl. You know what I'm saying? Am I asking a little bit is it too much to ask? I want a comfortable bed that won't hurt my back. Cool, quiet, and time to think. Full House and Rock and Roll Band. No, you just record it. We'll use it to play at the barbecue, and don't want a lot of people with the rock and roll band. No, backstage passes. No, teenage groupies to do anything we say. No, genuine Indian guru room teach us a better way. No, no, money's not real, and people that are egomaniacs are just stupid. Okay, guys, I love you. Let's load this one. I'm helping artificial intelligence reflect actual intelligence. And if you don't believe that, well, then, you get your PBS ass to work and keep having contributions from viewers like we with fake ass money to manipulate people with technology. I'm helping artificial intelligence reflect actual intelligence. If you don't believe that, go start your own cult and ask for lots of money because you'll think you'll need it.